I hope this finds you well this morning. I am blessed to be a part of a wellness clinic here in Orange Beach, Alabama, Summit Wellness. My wife runs and owns it. She's a nurse practitioner and a functional wellness practitioner here. We've got a wonderful physician overlooking us and making sure everything's great and we try to be above board in everything that we absolutely can be and doing everything the right way. What I will tell you, obviously, from a peptide perspective, you've got major Hollywood stars now talking about BPC 157, TB 500, things of that nature. Peptides are a major war right now, and hopefully some of that loosens up and we start getting a for human consumption option for BPC 157. There are multiple other peptides that can help you that are available through compound pharmacies in different areas like that with a physician guidance and or prescription. And people have a weird thought process on compound pharmacies anyway. A lot of times they are more regulated than the FDA approved spots because compound pharmacies, are at great. They're able to do more, but they're also able to offer more generic options or different options that may or may not help you the same way as a brand. And also the functional practitioner can actually titrate lower, right? So instead of say a gram or 2 gram, insurance based model and titrating up to make you actually just spend more, they can, put 0.25 in a dose and, have less, but that way you have your body, you can actually promote a general wellness state and really help healing rather than overloading a system with any one specific thing. So keep that in mind. A lot of these compound, Brigham Bueller has multiple podcasts, and we've discussed this on this one. But he kind of goes into detail on what he's seen. He was a pharmaceutical rep, but he also ended up just opening his own facility, Ways to Well, in Texas. They do a great job and try to do the best job they can, and he does a wonderful job just outlining in long form the struggles, different things that are going on in the legislation, and giving updates on specific things that are being, pushed through or helped or hurt by, let's be honest, regulatory bodies that are having issues, obviously, or deal with corruption, but also just simply deal with people that are doing their jobs, because there are lobbyists on both sides. And these companies, Big Pharma, spends millions of dollars in lobbyists. We all know that. Please put a Google on that if you didn't, because it's a major point of contention and a tough place to be from a staying above and beyond approach. Now, one thing I want to discuss today, previously I did a podcast in a hyperbaric chamber. Obviously, in an oxygen state, being in a full oxygen state has its benefits. If you can take pressure, if your inner ear allows you to, there's obviously, everybody has a different scenario. But like yesterday, I was in the hyperbaric chamber for an hour. I had a small cold for the last week, whatever the heck crud is going around. And daycares are a petri dish, right? When you have children, you know that. Just like schools. It's a petri dish. The kids bring home everything. You are going to be exposed as to everything as a parent. So, things that you can do to promote general wellness at a regular basis or locally, absolutely. If you haven't looked into some of the details on sauna, please do it 3 to 4 times a week, 15 to 20 minutes. Get in there, get those heat shock proteins working. I'm lucky to have access to a cold plunge, to a hyperbaric, to a sauna. If you don't, or you have one locally, do one of the three if you can on a regular basis as you can and possible. You want to promote a healing state in your body. There are healthy ways to do it. Cold plunge is not for everyone. Absolutely not. But certain people, it really has a wonderful benefit. It changed my life over 6 years ago when I started doing them, just from a mental state, mental capacity, and or getting through the day, because that's the hardest thing I do during my day typically is get into a cold plunge or get into a sauna or And hyperbaric is simple. That's nothing. You're in a oxygenated state. You're in a pressurized compartment for an hour and a half. And in ours, you can luckily use small electronic devices uh, and get work done. And a lot of times that's what I do. So keep that in mind. And dear Lord, try to go a couple weeks without seed oils. See that helps. See if that helps you. If it hurts you. If it doesn't, please like, comment, subscribe. Put any comments or questions below, and we'll be here next. Thanks, guys.